Hey man, welcome to my house. I've been here multiple times. You know, so when you win a Super Bowl, they let you come to the White House. And I was also here in November, you know, Oval Office, different things like that.
This is crazy. This is where decisions are made. We shouldn't be in this.
We definitely shouldn't. Wait, I should. I've been here twice.
There you go again. God damn.
Also, too, your outfit not supposed to be in here.
Man. Bro, you see the Zara?
That is not presidential. It's supposed to have your name in it.
You see this Zara?
Boy, you look like,
Man,
hey,
listen,
you
man.
look fresh off of Easter.
Boy, listen, I look smooth, baby. You see how I'm walking?
You look fresh off of Easter.
I'm hitting with the LeBron.
Hey.
Joe! Joe!
There's never in life been anybody that's acted that way inside the White House, bro. We're about to get kicked out. Hey, we did it. We did it, Joe. We did it, Joe.
What Kamala at? I need to see Kamala.
Man, sit down, man. We're in the White House. We're in the Secretary of War suite.
That's Joe. That's Nathaniel, Tahim.
No, that's none of the. Hey,
That's Tahim.
there are none of those names. But man, it is so awesome to be invited here by the
Yeah,
White House
it was.
staff on the day that the Kansas City Chiefs celebrate their 2023-2024 Super Bowl championship. Freddie T's not here. We're so sorry. His son Austin graduated today, and I mean, before we are podcasters, before we are anything else, we're fathers. And so Freddie T is in the exact place where he should be. Man, think about we always talk about like the journeys that we've been on and the way that this started to be in the White House. Me, now it's a total for both of us 4 times. I've been in the White House 3 times. This is your first opportunity to be here. So let me explain to you a little bit what the Kansas City Chiefs are experiencing and getting an opportunity to enjoy. There's this thing called the Super Bowl, and when you win it, you get an opportunity to meet the president at the White House as they celebrate your accomplishments.
Yeah, well, Ed Reid ruined that for me. Ed, a good friend of ours, ruined that for me. But you've been here, this your 4th time?
This is my 3rd time. So I was here for the Super Bowl. I was here in November because we were speaking with President Biden about the state of college football, actually, and ways that we could help those young men with NIL now, with being paid, and also with healthcare moving forward, different things like that. And so that was really a cool deal. But bro, coming here for the Super Bowl, for winning the Super Bowl was so cool because President Obama had just been elected when we won the Super Bowl. So we were the first football team that got to celebrate their trophy with him. And they actually did a really cool thing. We made care packages. So when we came here, we weren't suited, we weren't booted. We were on the White House lawn putting care packages together to send to troops. And I thought that was one of the coolest things I've ever been a part of because it was like, one, it's an honor to get a chance to serve those who serve our country, but also to be the first football team that got to come to the White House with the first African-American president of the United States of America. It was just a dope experience for sure. When you look at the Kansas City Chiefs though, bro, and being here 3 times, right, in the last 6 years, presidents have now become their friends.
Yeah, and it's wild to see and it's wild to know, but that's what dynasty is, legacies, and all that you say. Yeah. And that's what Patrick Mahomes, let's be honest, Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, one of the most respected coaches. I played him when he was with the Eagles, and I just always knew there was something else. Yeah. There's another twist in the offense that he's gonna do. So to put Patrick Mahomes with Andy Reid, it's just something special. And you see him come and you know that they're now if I scream Joe, you think he'll hear me?
Yeah, he'll probably
Joe!
hear you. But
he's not gonna hear me.
But if you scream that, we may no longer get to be here either.
But the legacy, the dynasty that the Kansas City Chiefs have created is something that every team in the league wants to do.
Yeah.
So with a head coach like Andy and with a quarterback like Pat, you can put pieces around them. You can work You got to give the defense credit. You got to give Spagnuolo credit. But man, it's something special that the Chiefs got going.
I think the cooler piece of this though is we like to say locker rooms should be a microcosm of society, right? Locker rooms are where you bring together these people from different ethnic backgrounds, different religions, different sorts of upbringing, and you give them one goal. That goal is to win a championship. And when they stand on the White House lawn or when they get an opportunity to be with the president, they are showing the world what the world should be. They are showing the world that this is the way that if we do decide to come together, if we can put aside our differences and find our commonality, that we can accomplish certain goals. And I always thought that these days were amazing because it's a group of individuals who learn to put aside the things that they couldn't agree on, right? To work toward the one thing they could. And this is the place that it should be celebrated. When, I think of like monumental moments in your football daydream, this is one of them, right? I always feel like I'm going to Disney World is one of them, right? Everybody who ever plays football or gets an opportunity to go to a Super Bowl or thinks about the playoffs, he always wants that moment. Like when I signed that paper, I was like, oh wait, they think I might have a chance to actually go to Disney World. I turned out I had no chance. But like I felt that, right? Because I had dreamed that. You dream of coming to the White House. You dream of getting an opportunity to stand with the sitting president and have him call out one of your teammates, have him make a joke you can laugh at. And I just want to know if Trav is going to actually get his opportunity to get the microphone last time because they stopped him short last year when he finally got to sneak up there. But shoot, he should know how to rock the mic. Now he would Taylor.
I said, give Trav the mic. Give him the mic, man. To your point, though, you want to do that. I've watched for years of I'm going to Disneyland.
Yep.
And they go to Disney.
It's Disney World.
Disneyland's
in California.
It's nice out there, too.
It's very nice. Good weather.
But Disneyland is beautiful. But I'm going to Disney World. But then you're going to the White House. You're going to see the president. They did shut Trav down. But that's what people want to do. Like we joke about it. I give you a hard time all the time with me, you, and Freddie, where you're the only one that's been here for
that reason.
Yeah. And so I've been to DC a number of times. Asian went to Howard. Like I come up here. But to be invited to this place and to really walk around now, man, it's like I get chills. And I ain't gonna lie, awesome. I know I ain't gonna give you too much credit, but I really get chills that I wasn't invited here on a team basis. Yeah. And that's what you want to be, and that's the special person or the special people that win it all and have that opportunity to be here. But the Disney World thing, coming to the White House, you had an opportunity, man, and I know I give you a hard time, but I'll say, it's something special now that we're sitting here right now to have the opportunity to be invited here, and for me to have the opportunity now to be invited here for us and not for winning a Super Bowl.
I was about to tell you though, you selling yourself short. You got invited here for a team, right? Like the pivot, and I think that's such an example of the way the world is moving, right? To where linear media was what was normally the focus. But think about the stories we've been able to tell. Think about the people we've been able to touch, the vulnerability that athletes and entertainers have shown sitting down with us. Like, that's why we're here. Like, you want to show the heart of people. I think we're at a point in this country where the heart of the people matters so much, because what we're seeing is that politics can separate people, right? Opinions can separate people, but it's all about how you treat me. Since President Obama left office, there's been so much tension in the world, and it was because, okay, you voted for this political party, or this was your color, or you were this far one way or this far the other way, and you started judging people before you met them. I'll be honest, like if I saw a red hat, I felt a certain way, right? But moving forward from that and having conversations with those people, and outside of their political views, but how they treat their family, how they treat their friends, how they treat the guy they walk up on the street and don't know, that has had to become more important to me than the way you voted, because so much was getting lost in that. And I think like that's where I want to see the world continue to go. The Kansas City Chiefs have had to deal with some of that inside their locker room, and they showed the value of team with Andy Reid stepping up, with Patrick Mahomes stepping up, with Travis Kelce stepping up. Like at some point, we're gonna have to be able to get past some of those things and figure out how can you and me, who grew up differently, who came from a different place, who worship differently, how can we make society and community and our culture, our country a better place? And I think every time teams get to come to the White House, that's what I look at.
The beauty of leadership is what it is. The beauty of being in locker rooms, and you know that we have different political backings, and we'll talk about that, and we could talk about it with no malice behind it. We could talk, you could say your point, I say my point, and we can go out there and still fight for that same goal of winning a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's where we don't agree, but we can talk, and we don't have to fight. And it's a thing I say all the time on the show, RC. Lions, just people in their world that run things, that have territories, that have beautiful families, and they get together. Me and you disagree on things. Me and Fred disagree on things. You and Fred disagree on things. But we don't have to be mad at it. And I really respect your opinion on things. And I listen to it. And even if I don't agree, I respect it. Yeah. And I think that's where we try to find that middle ground of how to figure this thing out. And it's a way bigger conversation, but it's all about the respect of other people's opinions.
Yeah, it's about perspective and trying to understand where someone is coming from. I don't think we always have to agree. I also don't think a conversation is trying to sway you to believe and agree with my point. But I do think we have to work to understand one another. Because if I understand you, I now know how to deal with you, right? And when I say I can deal with you, I can learn how to help you, right? I can learn how to stay out of your way if the way that you're approaching life is respectful to the way that I approach mine. And I think
we can learn how to work together if I understand what you're trying to say.
I'm gonna be honest, I ain't gotta work with everybody. You know, like if I'm being straight up, I think it's not about being able to work with everybody. It's about not having the feeling of I have to in some way disrupt what you're doing, right? Like I would love to live in a world, I would love to pretend that I live in a world where I'm gonna have my hand out to pull everybody up, but I'm not. Because if your agenda or if your thoughts don't in some way balance a scale or build more equality, build more equity, or elevate things in places that I believe need elevation, it's actually not my job to help you. But if I can understand your perspective, and if your perspective is from a place of harmlessness, if your perspective and your intent isn't to harm me and mine, I also don't have to hinder you from doing that. And I think we have to move to a place in life where just because I'm not championing your cause doesn't mean I stand against it. And I think that like when I walk through these walls or when you enter these gates and you get through the security and you realize you are here, you also realize how sacred the ground is, right? You realize the sort of people, what they've been through to get here, right? Like, yeah, we're here because we had an opportunity to do a show. There are people who get invited here because they've sacrificed and risked their lives fighting in our militaries, fighting in our armed forces to protect humans they'll never get to meet. Many of those humans will never get an opportunity to thank them. Many of those humans won't even thank them generically, but they're doing that and they're willing to risk that for the colors red, white, and blue. People who have made decisions that red, white, and blue are a more important color than black and white or brown or any color of our races or our cultures. And I think the fact that they've walked these halls, maybe not so much to me just the elected officials, the people who have truly been on the front lines of creating the freedoms of our country have walked these halls, have had conversations with people in these offices. And I think those are some of the moments where I'm like, okay, I don't deserve to be in this place, or I am not worthy of that. I have not shown that sort of unselfishness. And I think, man, all of it is overwhelming. All of it is humbling and also a blessing. And we have to treat it as such in the way we work to do our jobs for the people who have done those things for us, for our children, for our families, without even knowing them while being away from theirs.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's the red and blue, and we know we go back and forth, bro. And it is what it is. We know we everybody votes, and that's what you please vote. Go vote.
Yeah.
Whatever you feel, get your politics bound, have a voice. Mm-hmm. To me, it's about people and doing right by people. And that's the humans that are making these decisions. The humans that we're in this, we're watching, we're looking at the videos. Bro, I got goosebumps when you were talking, and you were talking about like these hallways of what they've done, people here of what they've been a part of. Yeah. Bro, it gives me chills to talk about it. But I'm a guy of human beings, and that's what you have to do. And I know there's sides, and I know bipartisan and all that other bullshit. Bro, make decisions for human beings and people that you love. And that's the decisions I make, and that's why we're here. Yeah. And the damn Kansas City Chiefs went out there and tore everybody's ass up. So that's why we're here with them. But really, man, I'm honored to be in this building right now, knowing the decisions that were made here for our country. And the red, white, and blue, you just said it. Yeah. It's not perfect, but it's exactly where I want to be.
100%. Also, too, we're talking about decisions. Let's talk about the decision to wear the suit. I'm just trying to, so like, my question is, Chan, right?
Bro, that shit fire.
This is presidential, right?
Yeah,
presidential.
man, this baby blue.
Have you ever watched like a presidential press conference?
I have, and it's always blue.
The world almost fell apart because President Obama wore a tan suit in the White House, and you wore a baby blue, North Carolina blue Easter suit to the White House.
When's Easter?
Easter's passed a long time ago. We've gone through
the next Easter?
Next year.
Damn.
So you didn't have no gray suit? It's great. It's great in presidential color.
But y'all had me wear gray at the Emmys. That was my gray suit.
You don't have a navy suit?
I got a navy, but it's tight because I got fat.
I actually saw you trying to button this one earlier, and you stopped trying to button it because it wouldn't button.
Man, that thing ain't coming around, man. that beer got to me, man.
Hey, on that note, guys, we are honored and blessed to be in the White House. I don't know if that last part will be edited, but for the Kansas City Chiefs, an opportunity to be here in the White House celebrating their 2023-2024 Super Bowl win with President Biden. That's an honor that they've deserved. It's an honor that they've earned. Probably a lot more than the people behind the scenes who invited us here are realizing we have earned this one. Thank you.
We already here, bro. What they gonna do? Grab me?
Yes.
Man,
and we're gonna be.
Man, that's a big old Hispanic that we was with a second ago. I'm about to pack my lunch.
There she is.
Where's she at?
There she is. At least you got to see her picture. Oh, this is cool.
That's crazy.
All these people here for this, or no? What is everybody on the steps for right now?
That's a great question.
Oh, wow.
I want to ask.
Where are they going?
They're going to go to the event.
What up, bro? You good, baby? Chillin', man.
Hi, you guys. Oh,
appreciate you, big dog.
How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you, man. Yeah, it's nice. What up, brother? How you doing? Oh, no, just hanging out. Walking around, shooting shows. What's up, man? How you doing? See? You just
man,
never know.
You just
never know where we gonna be. What's up, big dog? How are you, man?
NFL draft
Yes, sir, man. Good to see you.
Yeah, I was the guy dressed in the Navy Chief uniform.
Oh, yes, sir, man. How are you?
I'm good. How are
Good
you?
to see you, brother. Thank you for your service too, man.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Are you gonna get to see the boys today?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I'm a huge
Let's
fan.
let's take it.
Can we?
Yeah, let's get it.
It's like mythology almost.
What's that?
This just holds the whole White House, the West
Oh, yeah,
Wing,
for sure.
the everything.
For sure.
Yeah. I know you've been here, but
No,
I
no.
haven't. Oh, this is the
definitely
front
the course.
yard? This is the lawn where shit happens?
No, other side. It's in the back.
Oh, okay. I'm a little starstruck.
Nah, I mean, listen,
This
bro.
is crazy, man.
This
This is where we've seen it, where I've seen, and give you credit.
No, it's not
Where
even
I've
about
seen it, y'all have walked and been a part of.
Yeah.
But man, this is amazing to be able to come here and really see this, man. This is it's a campus. It's not a house.
that. We're talking about our outfits.
Yeah.
Right? We have 2024 presidential.
Yeah.
We have 2024 deacon at a Southern Baptist church as well for the outfits. There's two different ones, right? So
Yeah.
outfits, I'm going Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Pat been dressing. Patrick's been sweet. I'm going Trent McDuffie on defense. I think that's going to be the two cleanest dudes here.
I think Pat gonna go blue or black, cause Pat's just he gonna line right up with it.
Pat's a winner. He dresses like a winner.
He dresses like a winner.
Absolutely.
I think Travis is gonna go a little wild, and I
Yeah.
think Chris Jones.
Well, also,
I think Chris will go a little wild today.
Trav been into like the oversized suits lately. You know what I mean? The bell
Carmelos.
bottom, the bell, not the Carmelos, but the bell bottoms, those different things. Also, too, though, I'm excited to see which player has a moment. Whether it's grabbing the microphone, whether it's walking into the White House while they're standing with President Biden. Everybody has a moment, or the president says something to one of the players. So I'm looking forward to that part.
I think Pacheco might say something crazy.
Maybe so. So we'll see later. Sitting on the dock of the brim. Hey, brother, how you doing?
From Villanova University.
Oh, man, pleasure to meet you, brother. It's an RC, man. Excuse me.
Don't act crazy. Don't act crazy.
Excuse me, President Crowder.
Yes, sir.
I'm Ryan Clark of the Louisiana delegation. It was told to us that you have been having some problems with hygiene.
I don't wash every day.
Okay.
I've gone green.
Okay, go. I'm sorry. All right, so here we are, live from the White House lawn. This is my dog, Chen.
Big time.
I'm RC. It's the pivot, -1. Freddie T's at a graduation. But we are about to see the Kansas City Chiefs. We're about to see the Kansas City Chiefs and the president celebrate their 2023-2024 Super Bowl championship.
I'm going to hug Joe.
He's not gonna hug
I'm
you.
going to hug him.
We out.
Oh, RC, what's up, baby? What's up, man? We working? Yeah.
They check your ID 6 times.
Do I have one? Shit.
Hey man, you had your first White House visit, first time on the lawn. Got to see President Biden, Kansas City Chiefs. What you think?
Yeah. Joe came out with it too.
Analyst Joe Biden.
Oh, Joe was out. He knew everybody's name. He knew the defensive stats. You know, got a little change will not come if you wait for some other person or
To make
some
a
other
pick.
time.
Bro, not like for, I know we make jokes about being here, the way you got to see all the people on the lawn. It was people that worked inside the White House, folks that worked for the government, that got an opportunity to see their favorite team. When Mr. Hunt got up and he was speaking and he said, football brings people together. And the last time we were here, I just lost my mother, and thank the president, for his words. It just shows you what the game does, bro. And when you can be about something that makes you forget all the frivolous things that we bog ourselves down with every day, you could just have cool, dope moments. And I thought that was one.
Oh man, it's awesome. And I love the excitement. I love when you're anywhere where it's all excitement.
Yeah.
Everybody there was happy. The team was happy. The fans were happy. The media was happy. This is an event where you can and we're in the White House, so we know the
You
politics.
ain't gotta make nothing negative.
There's nothing. What's to make negative?
Right,
We're
right.
celebrating.
Yeah.
And I love to see that. I love to see a fan base, or honestly a group of people get together and enjoy an afternoon. And it was my first time here. I know you've been here before. We talked about it earlier. My first time seeing this, but really feeling the energy in the room where everybody there is happy, man. It was a cool experience, and I enjoyed it.
So what'd you think when President Biden put the helmet on, though?
Joe got about 4 snaps in him. Man, what Joe gonna play, man? What Joe got? He gonna run the slot? He gonna jump in the slot?
Nah, I think Joe gonna be a practice squad guy. He gonna be a practice squad guy,
What
man.
position?
Quarterback. He had to delegate. That's what he do. That's what he does
Joe
with
gonna
his
throw
job.
the rock though?
He not gonna.
What if he gotta escape the pocket?
We're in trouble. We're in trouble.
He a pocket
He's a
passer.
pocket passer, man. He's a pocket passer.
I loved it though. I really enjoyed this. Yeah.
Honestly, man, the event was amazing. The honor and blessing of being a podcast. -1, we miss you, Freddie T, man. Hope Austin's graduation was amazing. But to be a podcast that gets invited here, they got an opportunity to do a show in, what is it, the Suite of War or Secretary of War suite.
We wide open.
You know, to get an opportunity to do that. Special thanks to Marion and Morgan, Evan and Patrick for, I mean, just being everything. I mean, they were our Secret Service. Marion was trying to put us in spots we wasn't supposed to, and the real Secret Service was showing why they the Secret Service and she ain't.
Why couldn't I hug Joe?
You have to get consent. But to
Joe, can I get a hug, bro?
You've asked. But nah, we appreciate you guys. Thank you to the White House staff for inviting us. Thank you to the Kansas City Chiefs for being the great team that allowed the pivot to be a part of your experience. And every little kid growing up on the West Bank of New Orleans, or some kid growing up in Atlanta, Georgia, who doesn't think they belong within these walls, who doesn't think that they'll ever make it to have an opportunity to be in the White House. All I can say, man, is dream big, work extremely hard, because these fences and these walls are actually filled with people who are just like us, and they all get here for different reasons. Today, media and sports brought us here, but we've seen people from all walks of life, all different places, who grace these halls with the respect that they're supposed to be given on these grounds. So we appreciate y'all for the pivot, for Channing, for our boy Fred Taylor. We are out, and this was our first trip to the White House. We hope to be back.
Joe B, what it is, player?